As the lioness's gaze swept over the forest, on a mountainside a few miles from the orc camp, several pairs of eyes were also watching every move within, hidden behind a dense thicket of bushes. A lionkin woman, now that's a rare sight. A sturdy man spat the four-leaf clover he was chewing forcefully onto the ground. The man crouching behind the bushes wore a tattered-looking gray cloak and a battered, scar-covered leather half-plate. He had short golden hair, a full, bushy beard, and a long scar running from the corner of his mouth to the bottom of his eye that gave him an even more ferocious appearance. Keynes, captain of the Blue Enchantress mercenary group, was a man of mystery. 5 years ago he and his mercenary group had seemingly appeared out of thin air in the border region of the Isaac Kingdom. Rising 1 rank per year, they went from the lowest G rank to a B rank in just 5 years, a feat hailed as a miracle within the Berland Continent's mercenary guild. A mercenary group's rank advancement relied entirely on mission points, with each successive level becoming harder to achieve. In times of peace it could take a newly formed group decades, even centuries, to reach the high ranks of C-class or above. Nearly all B-rank and higher mercenary groups across the human nations were old, established organizations with decades of history. The Blue Enchantress was the sole exception. "Boss, does this mean we've hit the jackpot?" A short man lying prone beside Keynes asked in a hushed voice. "Looks like Lady Luck is smiling on the Blue Enchantress. To think we'd stumble upon an orc tribe during a C-rank mission. If we take them out we'll be set for a year," Keynes replied, his face alight with excitement. "Have you two lost your minds? That's a small orc tribe down there and there are only about 30 of us. If we're discovered it's more likely they'll be swallowing us whole." A cool, clear voice threw a bucket of cold water on Keynes's excitement. The speaker was a woman in a black, hooded robe. A silver hexagram at her collar revealed her status as an intermediate mage. Mages were a rare profession on the Berland Continent, highly sought after by every kingdom and major power, and female mages of intermediate rank or higher were even rarer. The mage was in her 30s with flaxen hair, blue eyes, a high-bridged nose and soft features, though her skin was slightly rough, perhaps from years spent in the wild. "I disagree. It's too risky," Edeline said, her tone firm. "I'm the captain. You just follow orders. I'll even give you a bigger share of the loot. I'm also the vice-captain. I'm responsible for our brother's safety too. This is just reckless. And I'm the one who appointed you vice-captain. If it weren't for the requirement that a B-rank group needs an intermediate mage, I wouldn't have paid such a high price to hire you in the first place," Keynes said with a nonchalant look. "If you insist on being reckless I'll quit the group right now." Edeline didn't back down an inch. "Don't be so rash. Let me explain." Keynes was the first to back down. He had gone to great lengths to recruit Edeline, and having an intermediate mage on the team directly boosted their combat strength by a whole tier. Naturally, he was reluctant to let her leave. "You haven't dealt with orcs as much, so you don't understand them. Orcs generally form tribes based on clan. A wolfkin tribe, for example, would never have other orc clans mixed in. The only time you see a mixed clan situation like the camp below is with a tribe of high-ranking orc nobility. Only nobles can recruit warriors from other tribes to serve them," Keynes explained patiently, pointing a finger toward the orc camp below. "See those cubs and female orcs in the camp? That means this is a noble orc tribe that's either fleeing or has been crippled in a battle. They're only here by chance due to special circumstances. The number of actual warriors in the camp is very small. Their true combat strength is probably less than half that of a normal orc tribe." An involuntary look of admiration appeared in Edeline's eyes. She had long since discovered that this outwardly crude man was actually incredibly meticulous. For instance, just now he had deduced the origin and combat strength of the camp below from a distance. Seeing the hesitation on Edeline's face, Keynes pressed on. "Orc martial techniques, rare materials, weapons and armor, golden herbs. The wealth of a noble orc camp is beyond your imagination. You know the group desperately needs money right now. I still owe you half the reward I promised you. We mercenaries live a life of risk. If we don't dare to gamble, how are we supposed to feed our women and children?" Edeline nodded, finally offering no more objections. "Boss, after this score you should really change your gear, right? The Blue Enchantress is a B-rank group after all. Other mercenaries are always mocking us, saying we look like we're from the countryside because of your outfit. the short man mumbled. Kane smacked him soundly on the head. Tony, you don't know shit. This leather armor of mine is an enchanted, superior-grade piece. It can block almost any attack. And this cloak is made of dragon hide, you ignorant fools. Dragon hide? In your dreams. How many years has it been since anyone's even seen a dragon on the continent? Tony grumbled, unconvinced. Suddenly, a faint rustle came from the bushes. The two men immediately stopped their bickering. Keynes placed a hand on the hilt of the greatsword on his back. A fireball instantly formed in Adeline's palm, and Tony rolled to the side, vanishing into the thicket. A thin man in hunter's garb appeared. His eyes were bright and sharp, and he sported a neat two-pronged mustache on his upper lip. Keynes relaxed his hand. Angus, what's the situation down there? Angus spoke slowly and deliberately. The number of orc warriors does not exceed 50. Most are low-rank level 1 or 2 orcs, including the lioness and her 2 guards. I've spotted 5 mid-rank orc champions, but I haven't found any higher-rank orc berserkers. Keynes pumped a fist in excitement. Just as I guessed. Angus hesitated slightly. The only slight problem is a troop of wolf riders in the camp. I'm afraid their dire wolves will catch our scent as soon as we get close. Keynes smiled lightly. Tony, that's your cue. I know you have a solution. I'll go find some wild chrysanthemums in the forest. When burned with the tricolored mandrake, the smoke will knock all those beasts out. Tony's voice trailed off as he disappeared into the bushes. Good. Get the men together. We move at nightfall. A murderous glint flashed in Keynes's eyes.